Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dan the Delight and today I'm bringing you some Returnal tips and tricks. So, chances are if you're watching this video, you've probably not made it past or maybe even to the first boss. And I was struggling as well, especially with the first couple of hours of playing the game. I just couldn't seem to work out how to actually get to that last bit of the game or even the first mission. So we're going to show you how I got there, show you a little bit of the boss at the end, and we'll go straight into the tips now. So, number one, the first tip that I'm going to give you is dash. Just keep remembering to dash, especially when there's a lot of enemies around. Dash is your best friend. For the first hour or so that I was playing it, completely forgot that you could even dash. I played the tutorial, got that all down, thought I knew how to play the game, got in there, kept dying, wasn't dashing. Dashing is the way forward, especially if you dash backwards. It gives you a bit more time to sort of get away from like bullets or whatever. I don't know what you call these things that these aliens are shooting out at you. It gives you a bit of time to get away from them and then assess where you want to go. Just make sure you're not dashing forward into them, but side to side, backwards, very good. But yeah, just dashing is always good. I haven't had any sort of bad luck with dashing, to be honest, really. So just make sure you keep dashing. I've said dashing way too many times. Let's get it into your head, you've got to dash. But tip number two, which you're seeing me do now actually, is pick up all the health that you can. As soon as you've got rid of all the enemies, and I'll say we'll get into getting rid of the enemies and the ordering and everything that we should be getting rid of enemies in just a moment, but once you have got rid of all the enemies, make sure you pick up all the health that's on the floor, even if you've got full health, because if you've got full health, do you see them three little bars next to your health? Once you get them to the top, once you get all three, then it gives you that little bit of extra. You can see I've got a little bit of extra on the health bar there. It will give you that little bit of extra health, and it will make it a hell of a lot easier when you're trying to get through to the boss, because the bosses are no jokes. So definitely don't bother doing it while you can. If you're low on health, definitely pick up some health along the way, but I tend to try and just use the dash, use the adrenaline. We'll get into that as well in a moment, but just try and kill the enemies, then pick up the health, unless you're running low on health and you think you might die, because obviously there's no point in having extra health when you haven't even got any health at all and you're dead. So dash, pick up the extra health after you kill the enemies. Right, so the third tip I'm going to use, I don't know if this is what's been working for me, it might not work for everyone, is take out the easy enemies first. So I don't know if that's a stupid idea, but it's been working for me. The easier enemies, get rid of them, like the ones with the less health, and then focus on the big boys. Use the easier, and this goes hand in hand with the adrenaline that I was speaking about. Use the easy enemies to build up the adrenaline, and then use the adrenaline, which gives you more firepower, to take out the bigger enemies that are going to be a bit more difficult. It seems as well that the bigger enemies, the ones that have more health, have less firepower. So as long as you're taking out the ones that keep flinging things at you, like this guy here, doesn't really do much damage. He makes you just stick in the floor, which obviously is annoying because other things shoot at you. So if you take the things that shoot you away, then you're stuck with him, no problem really. And then you've got the adrenaline built up. I've not got much adrenaline here, but we will see where the adrenaline comes into play, so get it up to 5. And you're just a complete different machine when you're up to 5 on adrenaline. So kill these small enemies, then take the big ones out. You'll see that adrenaline clump up, and then when it does come to the bigger enemies that you really are going to struggle with, then you'll have that full adrenaline, and you should be able to take them out pretty quickly, especially when you're using like your secondary weapon and everything like that. So it all goes hand in hand, but I feel like dashing, taking out the easy enemies, then taking out the big enemies, building that adrenaline, picking up the health, and you're onto a winner already. So they're the main tips that I'm going to say that I used to go from being it's literally the worst player you've probably ever seen, to managing to get to the final boss. So that's they're the main tips, but I've got some other smaller tips there. So it's probably quite, I don't know, common sense, I guess. It wasn't to me, but hopefully it is. If you played any other games using the map. The map is vital in this game, especially because it shows you, as you can see there on the map, you can see the reds where the enemies are, the little crosses are where the health packs are, and then there's like the other little pickups and all that sort of thing. So the map is really crucial in this game, and it even shows you like what doors you've been through, what ones you haven't been through, so you can't really get lost. So yeah, the map is crucial in this game, especially as I said, looking for them health packs that you're going to see hopefully on the map. Some of them are a little bit harder to get to. As I said, try and get as many as you can, build up your health, because the final bosses are no joke. Apologies there, a massive truck came along the road and you couldn't hear me, so I thought I'd stop the recording and restart again. As I was saying, the bosses are no jokes. It's difficult to even get to the bosses on this game, but if you've got these techniques in place, then I promise you, you'll start getting to the bosses. You might not get there first, sort of like on your first attempt, but you will get there after a couple of attempts, and using these techniques will definitely help you to get there. So hopefully this video is helpful. I'm going to let it just play through now. We'll get to the boss. You'll see me fight the boss, and we'll see if we can get the win over the boss and progress. Hopefully it will show you how to do the next part of the game, because you do get a melee, like a sword. So I haven't really got into using that just yet, but once I do, maybe we'll do a little tips and tricks how to use the sword. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully this video has helped. If it has been useful, please do give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this and on all new games that do come out. And as always, thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.
Appears to be another teleportation device, but more complex and... Discovered a broken automaton, clutching... potential tool? Appears safe to repurpose. Oh. A Xenotype blade weapon. Adding to equipment for immediate use. strange energy source is beyond this. It might be tied to White Shadow.